Good afternoon and welcome to News Now. My name is Hibak Said. For the next 30 minutes, we tell you all the stories that are making headlines, and it starts now with the highlights. The highlights. Baringo North residents have asked the government to protect them from banditry attacks.
Hii kitu ya insecurity imekuwa kama ni cash cow. Inawekwa pesa mingi sana. Pesa mingi sana. Billions of money. Lakini hatuoni hiyo kitu ikifanyika.
And there is a shortage of condoms in the country. This comes at a time the country joins the world in marking World Condom Day. Also, thousands of residents in the disputed 17,000-acre South Ngariama Ranch in Mwea East Sub-County are said to be issued with title deeds.
Sio vile tulikuwa tunatarajia, tulikuwa tunaambiwa ati watu watakunja, shamba itakunja kugawa tena. Lakini leo ni shamba mtu atakaa mahali ako na hakuna kukatakatwa. Eka zile tumekapatiwa 3, hakuna kukatakatwa ama kusonga mtu ingine.
Welcome once again. Of course, you can join us on our social media platforms as well at TV47 News on Twitter, at TV47KE on Facebook, at Hibak Said is where you can find me on both socials. To start us off, as Kenya joins the world in marking World Condoms Day, the National Syndemic Disease Control Council says they're only able to meet a third of the country's demand for the commodity. This as the youth urge the government to address the high taxation imposed on the commodity. Further, the youth have been encouraged to make use of condoms so as to prevent the spread of HIV and AIDS and sexually transmitted infections.
This year we are marking our event in Kisii University, and we are involved learning institutions. And as you know, Kisii County has a high population of youths, adolescents and young persons. So that's why this event was marked.
Right, moving on. Managers, reporters and presenters from Radio 47 owned by Cape Media Limited have joined the world to celebrate World Radio Day. Led by the head of radio, Geoffrey Mungo, the Radio 47 team recognized power and potential of radio as a medium for information, education and entertainment. Now, every 13th of February since 2011, a day proclaimed by UNESCO, the world marks World Radio Day as an opportunity for people to reflect on the role of radio in their lives and to recognize its importance as a tool for communication, education and cultural exchange. Radio 47 is a radio station that is available in all 47 counties, boasting of having the best radio presenters in the country.
Radio 47 kwa ujasiri mkubwa tunasema kwamba ndio radio ambayo imekubalika katika tasnia ya utangazaji na pia ni siku ambapo tunajivunia swala zima la kukubalika katika kaunti zote 47 nchini na kukubalika kwa vipindi vyetu, kukubalika kwa watangazaji wetu wenye haiba. Na ni siku ambapo tunasema kwamba tuna malengo makubwa zaidi katika tasnia nzima ya utangazaji, na hasa sasa hivi ambapo tunasherehekea mwaka mmoja tangu kituo hiki kwenda hewani Machi 13. Kwa hivyo ni wakati ambapo tunasema tunajivunia watangazaji wetu, tunajivunia vipindi vyetu, tunajivunia pia wasikilizaji na tunajivunia washirika wetu mbalimbali wa kibiashara.
Mimi kama mtangazaji ni kitu ambacho kinanifurahisha kuona kwamba kazi ambayo tunaitekeleza hewani kwamba kuna watu pia kule nje kwamba wanaifurahia na kuhisi kwamba ni kitu cha kupendeza. Na vile vile pia kampuni kama Naivas kujitokelezea na kuhakikisha kwamba wana celebrate hii siku ya radio duniani na Radio 47 ni kumaanisha kwamba vile vile pia shughuli na kazi zile ambazo watu tunawafanyia hewani pale ni kitu ambacho kinawafurahisha. Kwa hivyo ni kusema tu happy World Radio Day kwa watangazaji wote Kenya nzima, na inakuwa ni jambo la kufurahisha tena zaidi ni kusema kwamba tushikilie hapo hapo na kuendelea kusukuma gurudumu mbele la utangazaji.
Happy World Radio Day to our counterparts. Moving to Kirinyaga County, thousands of residents in the disputed 17,000-acre South Ngariama Ranch in Mwea East County are said to be issued with title deeds as the Ministry of Lands kicks off the abdication process. This follows a court order issued by Justice John Mutungi sitting at Kerugoya Environment and Lands Court directing the ministry to resolve the disputes that had rocked the area for over 3 decades. Now, Kirinyaga County Commissioner Nayoma Tobiko and the County Executive Committee member for Lands, Reverend Samuel Kanjobe, held a public engagement forum in the land where the residents were sensitized on the initiative. The Ministry of Lands officials issued, or rather are involved in the process.
Serikali ya county, sisi tunakuja kuhakikisha ya kwamba Bwana Kiania ambaye koti imetoa amri, sio pendekezo, ni amri, anje aongoze hii mipangilio hadi tamati, tupate suluhu la kudumu milele na milele.
Ndio wametoa hiyo instructions, wameamuru serikali kuu itoe pesa ya kufanya kazi ya education, na pesa imetolewa, ndio sababu tuko hapa.
Tukishafanya perimeter walking, hiyo nasikia Mr. Kawe ako in charge of that technical team. Tukiweka hizo beacons, unaambiwa na county commissioner usimuuze. Tunaelewana? Hakuna shamba ya mtu umeenda, hata ukiona hiki kipagi kiwa huko juu akija chukua shamba. Tuko pamoja hapo? Shamba iko pale pa? Nikishajua extent ya ile shamba inaitwa for that one South Ngariama, ndio sasa nitaandika ile inaitwa declaration next week nisome.
Hii mkutano ya leo tumefurahia, manake sio vile tulikuwa tunatarajia. Tulikuwa tunaambiwa ati watu watakunja, shamba itakunja kugawa tena, lakini leo ni shamba mtu atakaa mahali ako na hakuna kukatakatwa. Eka zile tumekapatiwa 3, hakuna kukatakatwa ama kusonga mtu ingine.
Right, now 10 bright and needy students from Nanyuki Secondary School have received a 4-year sponsorship courtesy of the School Alumni Association, who donated 1 million shillings to support the education of the students. Speaking during a Thanksgiving ceremony in Nanyuki School, Paul Mugo, the alumni representative, said that the donation was necessary following the increased number of needy students. Laikipia County Deputy Governor Ruben Kamuri said that the county government is committed to offering scholarships to needy students to boost the standard of education in the county.
We continue giving partial and also other amount of money so that we can be able to uplift the standard of education in Laikipia County. My humble request is to the parents. Hii kazi vile mmeiona, hii ni ile tunasemanga morale.
The reason we're here today as the Nanyuki High School alumni team is to make our first official donation to support needy students in this school and to help in the rewarding of the boys who scored A's last year. Only the most deserving cases will benefit from our support. And now, I'm delighted to announce that as the Nanyuki High School Alumni Association, today we are donating 1 million shillings to the school.
Let's move to the Western region, where Mumias East Member of Parliament Peter Salasia has initiated a program aimed at simplifying education and other business ventures amongst innovative Kenyans across the country. Partnering with other stakeholders and the Ministry of Education, the controversial legislator says the new platform, accessed online, shall provide both competency-based curriculum and old syllabus textbooks, as well as updated information on business strategies among entrepreneurs. The platform, dubbed Kalasik Program, is also expected to be launched across constituencies to alleviate education, health systems, and business ventures.
Tumesema hii inaleta watoto wetu wa CBC wako na shida kubwa sana kununua vitabu, walimu wetu hawana vitabu. Sasa hii platform hii itasaidia walimu wetu kukua na notes na research ya kutosha, ili ya kwamba watoto wetu ambao wako katika shule za huko mashinani wanaweza soma kama watoto wale wa Brookside, Crest High School, ile shule za kubwa za group school, yani zile Nairobi, shule za Nairobi. Sasa watoto wetu pia watakuwa na platform kusoma kama shule watoto wa Nairobi. Na hiyo ndio kitu tunaleta na with my partner. So kwa hivyo tutatembea tukishamaliza ku launch in Mumias East constituency tarehe 31 ambapo tutakuwa tunaelezea jinsi ya kuonyesha, alafu tunaanza kutembea katika Kenya yote ambayo tutafikia mabunge 290 ili ya kwamba pia wakaweze kupata platform na hizi digital classrooms ambazo wataweza, ili tukaweze kufukuza ule adui mkubwa ambaye anaitwa umaskini.
How this platform works is you simply log on to www.kalasic.com, spelled KALASIK.com, and you can access every CBC book needed for absolutely free. You can access business guides guiding you on how to start a business here in Kenya on several industries. And you can also take skills courses such as financial planning, public speaking, and even first aid for absolutely free again. But we didn't just stop there. This is not just a resource center. We also wanted to form a sort of digital school. So with every book you're reading, there's an AI teacher attached to it. And this AI operates in English and Kiswahili.
Right, President William Ruto today has addressed the 2024 World Government Summit in Dubai. President Ruto noted that a greater social, economic, and even political transformation was witnessed in the 20th century due to technological innovations. Ruto said Kenya has made funds and affordable credits available to all its citizens through the Hustler Fund, benefiting 18.2 million customers. This is keen, or he is keen in ensuring the government services in Kenya are digitized and made accessible to all Kenyans before the end of the year.
The 20th century witnessed the greatest socio-economic and even political and cultural transformation than humanity had ever witnessed in the entire history of its existence, thanks to the technological innovation that we see. Our transformation agenda in Kenya dictated that affordable credit and financial inclusion be made available to the majority as a matter of urgency. The Hustler Fund serves 18.2 million customers. We are now finalizing the process of enhancing e-government by digitizing all government processes and automating public services to make them accessible to all citizens. In the last 1 year, we have digitized government services from 5% to 80%. The plan is to make government 100% digital by the end of this year.
Elsewhere, residents of Turi village in Molo, Nakuru County, have decried poor rundown toilets that stinks to high heavens and poorly maintained within the area market. As Chichi Josephine now tells us, the situation is worsening, rendering eateries and entertainment joints at Turi Trading Center without the important facility.
Traders at Turi Market have decried a suffocating stench, side of overflowing filthy toilets that is now a threat to their health.
Hatunaga mahali pa kuenda, tunaenda kuombaomba machoo huko. Sasa biashara wametoroka, hata hakuna wasibiashara wanakujaga hapa.
According to Jane Gitonga, public health officer, toilet and hygiene issues are a big concern, especially at the market, as she affirmed that the devolved unit was committed to increasing investments in sanitation and hygiene to improve sanitation and construction of toilets.
Katika hii mkutano ya leo tunajadiliana vile county and national wanaweza shikana pamoja ili choo ambaye iko hapa Turi Market iweze kuhakikisha that inafanya kazi, iko na maji, iko na stima, and the community can also benefit from it.
Jane Wanjiko, who runs a restaurant at the center, said that the shortage of toilets had had a spillover effect in their premises, claiming idlers walk into their establishments to relieve themselves.
Hata makasa walipotea, wanasemaga machoo zinanuka, ukiingia wa mainzi zinaingia kwa mahoteli. Kwa soko tuko nayo kubwa, lakini watu wakuji. Hata tunashindwa aje, kwani MCA wetu ni nani?
Labda kwa kilabu ama kwa jirani na kikucheki labda ukunywangi huko ama unajificha na coffee.
The ISO, that is the dilapidated sanitation facility, illustrates the magnitude of the problem in Nakuru City, which has for years had no proper toilet services to cater for the needs of the ever-swelling population.
We feel passionately about the wealth of this community should not only be in lumbering and in the things that we see in the media. It should be a reflection in the health outcomes of the community, and how better to start by ensuring that the community has a public toilet, that has water, that has inclusion, especially for people living with disability.
Na ile changamoto tumekuwa nayo ni kwa sababu the income level ya watu wa Tuli iko chini. Na kwa hivyo tukipatia hata kama ni kikundi tuweze kuwapatia ili waweze kumanage ile appreciation token kidogo kama shilingi 5, unakuta wananchi wa Tuli wanashindwa kutoa. Na kwa hivyo ule ambaye amepatiwa inakuwa ni ngumu kwake kununua sabuni, kuweza kulipa stima na kuweka maji, na kwa hivyo mambo ya mismanagement imekuwa shida na changamoto, na pia mapato ya chini ya watu wa Tuli.
Kwa hivyo ni jambo ambalo
Chichi, Josephine, TV 47.
Thank you, Chichi Josephine. Now, fintech competitiveness has reduced across borders despite e-commerce in the continent having tripled in the last decade. Otto Williams, the head of partnerships and digital solutions for Visa, says the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement is still being hampered by cross-border payment differences and opposing policies that hamper the growth of innovative fintechs that could provide financial solutions for neglected and underserved demographics in the world of MSMEs, including the youth and women. This comes as the digital payment giant launches an accelerated demo, propelling startups in the sector to the global stage.
Infrastructure enablement is critical to Africa. In fact, we announced a $1 billion investment in Africa to accelerate digital financial inclusion. And so we bring our world-class infrastructure around fraud and risk management. And so all fintechs need to do is plug in once, and they have access to multiple markets for that capability. That moves money across 200 countries and over 7 billion endpoints, including cards, including bank accounts, including wallets. And that allows fintechs to be able to connect to that infrastructure once and be able to move money across multiple markets. And so this is important, and I think digital infrastructure is what our fintechs need so that they're not expending hard-earned funds to build this infrastructure from scratch.
What we've been doing and this growth opportunity has really been paying off for us. So if you think about two major shifts, one has been the big demographic shift on the African continent.
On matters politics, the United Democratic Movement Party leaders in Kwale County are now calling upon locals to ensure they register and join the party to help it gain political presence across the country. Speaking to the members, Ramadan Bungale, the UDM Secretary General, said that he aims to ensure the number of elected leaders by the party increases. Currently, the party has 2 governors, 11 MPs and senators, and 64 MCAs who were elected in 2022 general election.
The appointment of Honorable Ramadan Masood Bungale as the Secretary General of the party is highly welcomed in the county, and its gesture of love and respect to the people of Kwale. It's also a sign of appreciation to the effort the people of Kwale and Coast Region in general together put in embarrassing the party and using it as their vehicle to seek leadership from the people in the year 2022 general election.
Tunataka watu wote katika kaunti ya Kwale na Pwani waingie kwa chama cha manufaa. Kinaitwa chama cha UDM Kenya, ambacho sisi wabunge katika seneti na katika bunge la kitaifa tuko 11. Ma MCA hawa kinasengeza hawa wako 64. Kwa hiyo hiki si chama kidogo, tuko namba 5 Kenya, lakini katika muungano wa Kenya Kwanza tuko namba 2.
More details on a story that we started with. As Kenya joins the world in marking World Condoms Day, the National Syndemic Disease Control Council says they are only able to meet a third of the country's demand for the commodity. This as the youth urge the government to address the high taxation imposed on the commodity. Further, the youth have been encouraged to make use of condoms so as to prevent the spread of HIV and AIDS and sexually transmitted infections.
I'm here niwakilishe World Condom Day as a peer. As a youth, what's my purpose? Ni kwenda kwa ground na kuelimisha my fellow youth. My fellow peers on the ground pia wajue how nini condom are used and for what purposes, why we use condoms. So ndo maana tunaelimishana na work na hii demo ndo ni demonstrate venye tunavalisha condoms ya ndo mtu asiende akose.
Even from today, since we have been here, we have been receiving a lot of positive feedbacks. We have been seeing youths buying condoms like directly without fear. So I think it's just a myth and perception here, few individuals. I think they should just embrace condom because it's a good thing. Ladies should also look for other means like contraceptives that maybe it will help them now, but it will depend with their choice.
On the same note, officials have marked the International Condoms Day by urging locals to protect themselves from the disease. Officials had a procession from Kisii Teaching and Referral Hospital to Kisii University as part of sensitizing the youth on the need to protect themselves before taking part in any sexual intercourse. A number of activities such as demonstration on how to use condoms was showcased. Kisii County is one of the regions that have reported cases of teen pregnancies.
This year we are marking our event in Kisii University and we have involved learning institutions. And as you know, Kisii County has a high population of youths, adolescents and young persons. So that's why this event was marked here. We have had a procession from Kisii Teaching and Referral Hospital to the Kisii University. We're having skaters, we're having cyclists. They were distributing condoms to the people they were meeting on the way. We have had speeches and services have been going on here, cervical among them. Cervical cancer screening, HIV testing, condom distribution, condom demonstration, speeches from guests that were invited. So this day is important because we are encouraging the adolescents and young persons to embrace HIV prevention, use proper, safe and proper use of condom. Yes.
In the calendar of the country and even internationally. So today we chose Kisii County. Why did we choose Kisii County? We chose Kisii County because if you look at the demographics of Kisii County, you find that 60% of Kisii County population is among youth aged 24 years and below. And currently we are having a lot of new infections among youth. And if you look at what the government is now fighting is what we call triple threat, whereby we are trying to avoid teenage pregnancies, we are trying to avoid new infections, and we are trying to avoid sexual and gender-based violence among the youth. So that makes Kisii County one of the most important counties in the fight towards curbing